this. Right away, a loose football. And it looked like he was able to get it back. So a big sigh of relief there, as that would have been a disastrous way to start this ball game.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
The first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he's got room. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. They give it to Peterson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll run with Peterson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick. And that is caught! Touchdown, Kansas City! Travis Kelce. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down, and he gets about 5 out of it. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Cousins to throw it. The connection made. It's Graham. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Play fake. Cousins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
Cousins' throw here pulled in by Galladay. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Play action now. Cousins. That's out to the flat for Ingram. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They go play action. Cousins. Buying time to his left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And another drive starts for them huddling in their end zone, Charles. Where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like this, they took it the length of the field.
Hard to do that once, let alone the idea of doing it twice. But, of course, that's the goal. So, as a secondary deal, get 2 first downs. Help yourself with field position and help your defense out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A handoff to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gano the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes flushed out right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
On 2nd down now. It's Peterson. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscores. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
Cousins on 1st down. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Ingram. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Ingram again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Mark Ingram. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And it's It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin first and goal already at the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Cousins. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Third and goal for Cousins. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Graham. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's fourth and goal.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Kick is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes flush to his right. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. Flushed out right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is down to a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pettis now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive, as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Second half begins with a run from Barkley, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this will be a Giants 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38. A 1st down throw for Cousins. It's caught outright by Graham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Cousins. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Ingram again, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, Cousins. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Peterson is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pettis now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake, Cousins. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
4th down, Cousins. That's caught by Galladay. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. Room here to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 15 of the year and second of the game. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Gano for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Working from the gun, Mahomes forced out to his left.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On second down, Peterson. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 29. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Dancing to his left. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs. Keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes, and going deep for Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And Graham on the ground. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
1st down. Here's Cousins.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Deone Bucannon.
And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here. With the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
To throw is Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Chiefs are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage. Butker on for the PAT. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground.
118 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Again, Peterson. Peterson a first down and more. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Adrian Peterson. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On second down, Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Again, it's Barkley. Barkley, a first down and more. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.